So if you guys remember on the 300ZX, our gas tank was completely destroyed. Like somebody tried to jack the car up by the gas tank.
This is a little concerning. Gas tank has been high centered on something at some point. I mean, this is pretty gnarly. I'm not sure that I would want to reuse.
So we took it out and threw it away, and we tried to find an OEM one, but dude, you can't find an OEM 300ZX. Yeah, they're stupid expensive, and it's kind of a terrible tank anyway. So
You cannot afford. Great success.
we got this, which is a beautiful fuel cell by Radium. It's just gonna give us a much better setup for setting up the fuel system for the big power SR that we're doing. So this is actually designed to be the same size and shape as the spare tire tunnel. If you guys also saw the rear end of the trunk, some guy like filleted the outer section of the fuel. You can actually see it up here. Look,
Ricky, what are you doing over here? I'm making holes.
this is a disaster. So what we're gonna do is cut all of this terribleness out and pretty much start fresh. Isn't that right, Ricky?
That's right. So my job in this part is to start making a space for the drop tank to come in.
We also have this, which is our fuel fill setup. So this is gonna go like that, and this will be mounted in the gas source. And then we've got mounting plates. So
These are really trick, actually.
It is really trick.
You bolt this plate to the side of the tank, and you mount this plate to your chassis side of the car. You've got nutserts on the side, and they fit, you bolt it in right there. So literally cut the hole in your floor pan, mount these things with the bolt holes supplied on the part.
And you have a removable gas tank.
Not a big power tool guy, but when you got this many screws or fasteners. Ooh.
Big old surge tank.
So fuel level sender, built-in surge tank, dual pumps.
I got the foam, the internal foam.
This is what a proper cell looks like. You've got a really open cell foam in here, and the fuel is able to fill all this up. What this does is it creates a situation where you don't get a lot of fuel sloshing. We also have a surge tank paired with this foam that's gonna make sure we don't have any fuel starvation. Just remembered that Haltech actually already sent us off all of our sensors for this car. So we do have our flex fuel sensor here, so we can show you guys how this Radium component works. So essentially I put the Radium piece together. It's on dual O-ring setup. What's cool is it pivots, so you can kind of configure the mount however you need to on the chassis. Normally you're running your fuel through this tiny little tube here, and this guy here is metering the ethanol content of the fuel, so it knows what the content is to make the adjustments to the tune. Instead of crimping it down to this size, this thing has a bypass in it, so you put this sensor in here like so, like that. So now we've got dash up to dash 10 in. See, the top in there is already drilled out, so it's going to pass the fuel through here, the additional fuel. So it's just getting a sample through your sensor, which is perfect.
My custom-made tool. It removes anything. Oh, come on. Jeez. I was in there. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the throtl YouTube channel and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. I'm ready to start cutting two of the brackets that hold the old fuel tank on this one. We're gonna move this thing out. We're gonna cut it right here and right there. And then from there, we'll start drawing our line for the main cut of the floor plan so we can start mocking the new piece of metal that's gonna go over it.
About to fall through.
Nah, I'm good. Look at my blade.
You just made it.
Submissions for Throtl Dream Build 8 are open right now, but they're closing very soon, guys. So head over to throtl.com and join our VIP program. You guys are gonna get 5 times entries to win our current sweepstakes cars, as well as automatic entries every single month. You guys are also gonna get exclusive discounts for car parts and merchandise on the site. So head over to throtl.com and join VIP, and we might just be building your car here on the Throtl YouTube channel.
All right, so we got the hole cut out. I have everything nice and shaved. I have everything grinded down so we're showing the bare metal so we can weld on top of this. The next step is gonna be for me to start measuring this. bam, and bam. Cut a piece of metal, shape it just a bit bigger from what you guys see here. You can start tacking that down, and then from there we'll put the fuel tank in here, we'll make a cut, and all right, so we found something here. This should do it. Oh yeah, it's plenty big.
Look at this slab, brother.
Looking great, huh?
Oh, rusty though, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna clean that up right now.
Are we gonna weld this and then cut it? Or are you gonna cut it with the tank fit?
I think we should weld this first and then cut it, because that way you can adjust where you want the tank to be at. No more rust. Yeah, beauty.
Weld her up.
Oh.
Yeah, weld her up. It's good.
Well, she fits.
Flat floor, baby.
You want the same shape or you want a square shape?
I think you just cut these guys, right?
We're gonna raise it up, we're gonna mark that side, and then we'll go out maybe like an inch, inch and a half, make the cut, and then that'll be the final form. Mickey just got done cleaning and primering the back of the 300ZX. I have the panel right here, and I'm gonna be marking, as you can see here, 1 inch in between. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. Which is gonna be my weld points. I want this thing to be looking really nice, and I want everything to be nice and even. So I'm gonna be doing 1 inch of weld, one inch of space, all the way around this thing, which is what I'm marking right now.
Ooh, looks good. This is gonna be sick, dude.
It's gonna be great.
Have you put the gas tank up with the mounting flange on this?
No, why would I do that?
I don't know.
Maybe because that's what we're gonna be doing.
I'm just wondering, like, with the mounting flange on the tank, is it gonna be bigger?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Let me grab it.
Bro, we're good. Oh, you mean this? Bring it down. Bring it down. Yeah,
we'll be good.
we're good. Woo! Let's go, baby. It is time to start welding this beautiful plate that's here. There's all my markings. And to weld it, we are gonna use our beautiful Lincoln Electric PowerMake 210MP, which is my favorite welder to use. First of all, you turn this on. Bam! You turn that on. Whatever settings was here before, it'll stay safe. To set it, press home. And you select your gauge, which is not 10, it's 16. And then I like to go inboard on both. And then that usually gets me a nice weld for my style. And yeah, it's just that simple, it's ready to go. Let's go. All right, that's all fine and dandy, but who farted? Just saying, stinks pretty bad in here.
Actually, it was Nate. Nate was here.
I think Nate got
No, dog,
Yeah,
that was one of you two.
Nate ripped one.
What are we doing?
First test fit with the cell. Ready?
Yeah. See how good you guys did. Fantastic. Hey! So, that is pretty tight.
That's pretty good, huh?
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, baby. You look good in there.
Look at that.
Fly, dude.
Looks really good.
Yeah, what's cool is we can get tools on all this stuff. No problem, easy to work on.
You don't have to take the tank out.
Nope.
Double drill, baby. Alright, our gas tank has holes and it's mounted.
And bolted.
Well, the car has holes for the gas tank, not the gas tank.
Oh, like a glove.
Oh yeah, baby. Next up, we're gonna start tackling the fuel filler neck. So you've got the factory fuel door off, and we're gonna start taking the old flow neck assembly out and kind of making an idea of how we're gonna get it to go through, because it needs to go through here into the fuel cell, right?
Yeah.
So what that's gonna look like, I don't know yet, but we're gonna start disassembling all this and we're gonna find out.
And what we're gonna try to do is actually retain the filler pipe and the evap tube. I think we can remove this, chop it here basically, and rotate it 90 degrees or so, 45 degrees, and actually cut a hole into the chassis and bring it inside the engine, or inside the trunk.
Yeah, I think we can make it happen. I've got our fill neck cut and cleaned up, and we're about ready to start making our hole, eh?
Yeah, so now that we've got everything kind of out of there, we can see what we're working with. So what I'm gonna do is grab a big hole saw, and I'm gonna try to make a nice half moon shape here, and then make it nice and clean here.
Oh, bang out, dude, that's perfect.
It actually looks purposeful too.
Yeah, that's gonna be so money.
That's exactly right.
So it wants to be like this. That's where it wants to sit happily, I think. So we found a trajectory that the fuel door setup likes, but the vent tube is on the bottom, which doesn't work. So we're gonna have to cut it. Mickey's gonna re-weld it with the vent tube at the top, and then we should have our orientation set up.
Hiya!
That's money, dude. That is literally perfect. So while Mickey is working on our fuel filler neck, I'm actually gonna start assembling the surge tank. So here we have the internal tank. So this is gonna have 2 fuel pumps in it. Now we have 2 DW300 pumps here. These are going to be more than plenty for this little SR20. So we're gonna drop 2 of these in here. And of course, this is going to be for a lift pump that feeds the whole surge tank setup. So we have quite a few fittings, clamps, and all this stuff to get it together. Radium also has magnificent instructions on how to put all of this together. So we're gonna start. We have 1 port to block off. So we can actually run 3 pumps on this setup if we wanted, but we're only gonna run 2. So we need to take this off, block it off, and start getting our pump set up. Let's do it. So this is actually where all 3 of the fuel pumps, if you had 3 on here, they would all feed into this. And then from there, it goes into one. This is a -8 or a -10. So it merges all of them together. And we're only gonna be using 2. So we actually have a plug kit here. And this is gonna allow us to plug 1 of the pumps, because we're only gonna be using 2 pumps. Got our plug in, and I've actually marked the fitting that we've plugged. So we're gonna put it back together now. Check this out. So our DW300 pumps actually fit literally perfectly into the Radium hanger. So Radium actually provides these. These are the little hoses, and these are actually cut to fit. So all we have to do is literally put it together and we're done. We've got our fuel pumps fully installed. Everything is nice and tight, and dude, it just looks so copacetic up inside here. So next up, we're gonna run our fuel pump wiring. So I'm gonna wire both pumps to one setup here. So we only have to run one for the actual engine pumps, and I'll run both pumps at the same time. You can also do staged pumps on here if you want. So like if we wanted the Haltech to turn on the second pump or turn on the third pump at a certain time or a certain boost level, then we could do it. But I think for simplicity, we're just gonna wire both pumps to one. And then internally, inside of the surge tank, essentially we'll be finished. We just need to wire our lift pump in, and we actually have a little... So this guy is gonna feed something like that, so we need to route this. Essentially, this lift pump goes through this and then fills the surge tank up, because once it's in here, it's like that. So it needs a way to get the fuel inside of this reservoir, which it does through that. So let's get our wiring done and then we'll start working on our lift pump. Time to get our lift pump in, baby! Yeah. All right, our fuel pump setup is complete. So we have the lift pump. So when these two fuel pumps are actually covered, this is our little surge tank. This pump actually fills this entire volume up with fluid. Of course, this thing is upside down currently. And then that gets filled with gas. And then we have our two DW300s that these are gonna come out and feed the engine. So super trick setup by Radium. I absolutely love it. It was very easy to set up. So now we're gonna bolt it down and get it back in the fuel cell for the final time. The fuel tank is fully reassembled. We're gonna drop it back in here. We haven't painted this quite yet, so we still need to do that, but this is gonna allow us to actually finish out our fuel filler neck. So let's get the tank back in.
We just took the factory one, rotated it 180 degrees, lopped the neck off, rotated it to where we needed this, and just welded it back together.
That's cool.
So now we just need to go over there and then we're done.
You can't do that, Mick.
I think we might have to put that on outside of the car.
I didn't prom that yet.
They gave us plenty.
No, you just take that off.
Or do we take it like this?
Wow. Boomerang style? Which one do you want? So do you talking about this one? Is that what he wants?
I got it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah! No, scary. But you got the gloves.
No, you're doing the lubing. I'm not doing the lubing.
No, I'm not lubing it.
Yeah, you are.
If I'm gonna lube it, I'm not gonna use gloves. Woo! Wow. I can't post any of this. Maybe we're gonna do out here in case he missed, because I know he's gonna miss. Oh, yeah. It's almost there. There it goes. Jeez. Oh my god, you're gonna be dying over here.
I'm out of breath.
Oh, there it is.
My bad. That's good enough, bro.
I think that is, yeah.
You got a whole clamp in there. Put it in the hole. No.
Ricky went ahead and picked up 2 cans of Seal It. This is like a super tough stainless steel paint.
I don't know what's in there, but I know a lot of people use it for roll cages and for floor pans, and you can literally drop a wrench in it and it won't dent it or
scratch it or dent it. So I got everything cleaned up and alcoholed out, and I've got the rest of the car covered.
And now, I grabbed our soft-sided Velcro. This is an old race car trick that I learned from my buddy. The soft-sided Velcro is a really good, I don't know what you call it, kind of a barrier between...
Isolator maybe?
Yeah, isolator between metals. Keep things from squeaking and to not have to use a foam that's gonna break down over time.
One thing
thinks he's Mr. TikToker over here with his tripod and his
Like that?
phone.
Look at that framing, dude. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That framing sucks. Quinn thinks he's
Okay.
a badass TikToker.
I don't think I'm anything. I'm just.
Yeah, no, you be talking behind the scenes, Quinn.
We are finally ready to fully install the Radium fuel cell in the 300ZX. Everything's finished and we've got the tank fully assembled. So let's get it over here, get this thing installed, baby. Let's do it.
Guys, Quinn thinks this is not too long. I disagree, because you got all this flimsiness. So he just wants to run it like this.
That's fine.
But
What's wrong with
I think that looks super weird.
Why?
Like, especially right here, makes it look super weird. But if it's just chilling like that, I think that looks fine.
Ricky, come here.
Let me know in the comments what you think.
Okay. Which looks better? That
Okay.
or this?
That on top.
See?
Really?
Yeah!
Damn, you guys are nerds. So they win. They're gonna make it look like nerds.
Sorry, Nate.
All right, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to drop a comment down below on how you think our 300ZX is turning out. I think this is a huge first step into getting the SR20 setup dialed in, and I'm stoked. Thanks. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.